You froze for a second.
I froze. Oh, I was dancing.
Oh. Yeah, I figured because when you came back, I saw.
Is that the face I made?
No, I'm being silly. But, hood statistics show
What do
that anytime somebody gets busy on the dance floor, they put on an ugly face.
a little bit of that? Yeah,
The people who really get busy, they put on an ugly face.
that's true. You know,
Yeah.
especially when you're like in a certain position, when you're like bearing down and you look into the side. It's like a whole thing. It's a whole thing.
Right.
Yeah, I wasn't doing that, but yeah,
Just saying.
I do
Cats
understand.
who really get busy,
Right, you're right. Yeah,
they be up there with the.
you got to do the stink face.
You know what I'm saying?
You got to do the stink.
It's almost as if they smell all the women's feet that took off the shoes
All right.
on the dance floor. You know what I'm saying?
Yep, that's exactly.
I said it's almost as if. You know what I'm saying?
Uh,
I didn't say they actually smell them.
almost as if.
It's almost as if,
Yeah.
Like they hit the dance floor, it's like, oh,
Put your shoes back on.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Smells like mad feet out here. All right, let's start this pod. They probably already turned the pod off. It's like,
Well, bye.
what the boop are they talking about?
Oh, they'll survive.
I will survive.
Oh, as long as I know how to love, I know I'll stay alive.
All right, y'all got enough. Y'all got dancing and singing, and we're only 2 minutes in.
That's
All right.
true. That's true.
What a way to start
Last
the week.
episode, we waited. We waited at least 30 minutes before we got to the singing.
Today we got right to it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And let's get right to it. This is Weeknights. Welcome back. I am JD, aka He Who Pods, aka Rearview Mirror, because I got the glasses on and you can see all of the lights.
I don't know why that beat escaped. I just made up something. Right.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I don't know why
I
you
got you.
said it, and I was like, I know
Don't
this.
worry.
I know this, but I don't know.
Don't worry. The whistle is here. You know what I'm saying? That's the real AKA.
AKA the Whistler.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's you.
Yeah, it is. And y'all will see very soon when Rabbit Hole comes out. But anyway, something for another time.
June 27th.
June 27th, Rabbit Hole, right on your devices. You know what I'm saying? You ain't even got to go far.
Right in there.
But yes. And who you be?
I'm Dash, aka Dashing D, aka the real king of R&B. AKA cool grandma, but not really. Not really. Not really. I am old. It was
Oh
Father's Day.
yeah.
It was Father's Day. I called my dad. Wish him a happy Father's Day. We talked about our migraines, both of us.
I was just ill together.
That was the bulk of our chat. He had done some travel recently. I said, Dad, how was your trip? How were your trips? He said, oh, they were fine. He gave me a quick little rundown, quick little 15-second summation of what had happened. And then I was like, yeah, I've been nursing a migraine all day. And he was like, you get migraines too?
Because of you, Dad.
Right. He's like, I had never had. Anyway, I'm not gonna tell that man's business, but I just thought it was really funny because it was
Yeah,
like,
we're bonding.
this is what you talk to your dad about when you get to a certain age. Like,
Listen, if it makes you feel better, I called my dad to say Happy Father's Day,
Uh,
and he gave me a speech about low income housing.
oh, okay. Well, you
I
learned
was,
something.
if you say so, if you say so. I
Also, a
was
very
like,
dad thing to do. Like, give you
I
some
know, that's
game
why I'm
just
saying it. I'm
on
like,
the
hey,
strength.
dad, so you know what's going on? He's like, yeah, man, I'm gonna be retiring soon. You need to work on your retirement. Where you gonna live when you retire? I'm like, I don't
Real
know.
shit.
I called to say Happy Father's Day. He's
Real
like,
shit.
yeah, that's good, thanks. But let's talk about low income housing. I'm like,
I love that. I love that there was a lesson in because because that is such a dad thing. Like
but
to
I was calling to
it
say Happy
doesn't
Father's
matter.
Day.
It doesn't matter. That's such a dad thing to like weave the lesson into the conversation somehow. I did not learn anything today, and honestly,
Yes,
my
you did. You learned that you and your dad have headaches. You learned that you get migraines because of your dad.
I knew about that man's headache. So
All right,
while he
we're
was going,
becoming a
oh,
headache.
you too, he was learning about mine more than I was learning about his.
There
But
you go.
I just thought it was so funny. I said, "Oh, well, okay." I laughed when we got off the phone, and I was like, "Well, okay, that was that was an interesting one."
Same.
uh
Speaking of learning,
huh.
Neo has a new song where he speaks about someone learning his secrets.
Yep. I love
Talk
Neo,
about it.
by the way.
Uh-oh, hate is coming.
I just want to say that.
Context first. Context first.
Well, what do you want me to? What
All
context
right,
do
I
you want
got it.
me
I
to
got
give?
it. Before you react, so for those who don't know, this weekend, Neo dropped a song called 2 Million Secrets. And there is a damn near 7 minute music video slash short film that also came out. Uh, and that's what we're about to discuss. And so go ahead before just wanted to give them context before you let
Oh,
your
sure.
hate off.
I don't know what hate you're talking about. I was about to say I love Neo. Um,
But
I've loved Neo for a very long time. Um,
but
since the beginning. Um, and I still listen to a lot of Neo's music as if I just heard it for the first time. Love Neo. Love Neo. Know all the words to most of his albums.
this how I know hate is coming. Because she started with love. A lot of love.
I don't think there's anything wrong with the song. I just think the movie of it all is funny. Um, the acting was poor. Um, I watch a lot of I watch a lot of crime dramas. That's very much my thing. I love a crime drama. Them FBI shows, they got about 1 million spinoffs of them FBI shows. I watch all of them. So I'm very familiar with this scenario where he's gone undercover, um, to try to catch somebody in some shit,
Uh-huh.
and then it blows up in his face because he falls in love with his mark, and then he turns on the people he's supposed to be working for slash with. Now, this was just terrible acting. Um, Also, I didn't need this because I would imagine that the real reason Neo is talking about 2 billion secrets is because he be lying and cheating on his women. Pretty sure
Yes.
that's what this is supposed to really be about.
Yes.
Neo, you're not fooling anyone. If you had done a movie about you cheating on a woman, we would have all been like, "Oh yeah, that makes sense." This was weird and a waste of a lot of money. I could tell that a lot of money was spent on this. Not enough money was spent on acting classes, but a lot of money was spent on the production itself. And I didn't care. But the song is cool. The song is cool. I like that Neo's showing his head now.
I'm
Because
sorry, what?
he's showing his head now. He never used to show his head. He always used to wear a hat.
Oh, hat
I,
fishing shot.
I like that. I appreciate that. He's leaning into, a confident older gentleman. And I appreciate that. I don't mean old. I mean older because when Neo started, it was over a decade ago. So that's why I say,
Like 20 years ago.
right. My perception of time sometimes is, but
No, no, no. I don't think it's quite 20 yet, but if not, we're coming up on it
we're
because
coming up. Yes,
Neo, we're talking about 2 decades in the game. You know what I mean?
right. Because I was listening to. I don't even remember all the titles of the albums. I just know that I used to be a file clerk in college, and my job didn't require me to speak to anybody but just be in a mailroom all day, and I'd be listening to Neo all day. And college was a very long time ago for me at this point. So I I love Neo. I'm gonna listen to anything that Neo does. But this
2005 is his first album. In my own words,
that would make sense. That would have been the album that I was listening to when I was in school. So what was this movie? I realize I'm distracted by the movie, but
yes,
he did it. Like he gave that to us,
he did.
and now I have to react to it.
That's true.
So maybe he should make more Christmas music. That was good when he had done the Christmas album.
You don't like this song?
I don't have a problem with the song. The song is fine. I just think the rollout of the song is weird. I don't I wish he hadn't made that movie thing because it's distracting me away from the song. Um, I do see squirrels, so I can't. I don't
Squirrel.
need right exactly. So I don't need a movie like this to distract me. What I need is if you're going to give me a movie, I need it to enhance the audio experience, and it didn't do that for me. So
Okay.
sorry. And I love Neo.
Nothing to be sorry about.
Want to say that again. I love Neo. I did not love his Tiny Desk performance, but I love Neo nonetheless. He's been disappointing me lately.
Wow.
What did you think?
Well, let's start at Tiny Desk,
Okay.
which was the rollout for this song.
Yep. That's true.
Now, he ends Tiny Desk by saying, "I want to perform something new for y'all that's not even out yet."
I like when
And he
artists.
does and he does a little bit of 2 Million Secrets. And that felt misplaced at Tiny Desk.
I can see that.
That felt like, all right, I guess. But the song was cool, so I was like, all right, not mad at a new, slower Neo song. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Something that, shows his artistic skills,
Yeah.
shows his creativity, shows his pen, which we know he has an amazing pen.
Just
And
incredible. Writing before he released his own music.
yeah, for years.
Mhm.
So Neo was one of those writers who were getting paid to write songs for labels as a 9 to 5.
Yeah, and he also wrote. I'm not gonna say it because I always end up saying this person's name. I'm not gonna say it.
Oh,
Never mind.
okay. Um. Anyway, he debuted the song on Tiny Desk.
Hmm.
Tiny Desk was a while ago.
Yeah, a couple months
So then
ago.
everyone was excited that Neo dropped a new song on Friday. And I'm like, oh, okay. I'm excited too then. I love Neo's music. I'm
Yeah,
a Neo fan. I'm gonna go listen to this. But then on my way to listen to it, I got stopped at a red light. That's a joke, a metaphor. And I heard there was a video. I said, "Oh, then I'll just watch the video. I'm not even going to go to this streaming sites. Let me jump on the YouTube
Yeah.
and hit play." And actually, I lied. I was sent a snippet of the music video because it said that Neo was like, turning up for this one. And when I saw the snippet on Instagram, I heard the song and I was like, this ain't a new song. I know this song.
Right.
And I was confused. I was like, ain't this song already? Doesn't this exist already? I know this. And then after further research, I discovered this is the Tiny Desk song.
Right.
So I said, oh, okay, all right, all right. Then I don't need the video. Let me just throw it on the headphones, zone in, and just listen and consume this new Neo. So I like when artists turn their pain and their problems
It's music.
into something we could bump. You feel what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Same.
And Neo is great at that. Whether that is to the left,
That's what I was trying
or
not to say.
I know, or if that's I don't want to know if you're playing me, keep it
Keep
on the low.
it on the low,
So
'cause my heart can't take it anymore. Don't look at
you
my
had the brush. You had the brush ready.
don't look at my brush. My brush is
Ancient.
yeah, it's janky.
That's all right.
It's janky, but
Anytime I hear the word janky, I think about Drake.
oh, he
He
janky.
said, "Oh, you promoters are janky."
He's janky too. It's fine.
That was on one of the timestamp songs. Anyway,
Uh-huh.
um, all of that to say, I like when Neo gets in this zone, when
Yeah.
he takes his pain and his life experiences and gives it to us.
Yeah.
And I think that's really the fly shit about artistry. Nas even said on the song, they say the artist who truly suffers, his shit is the best.
I agree. I
So
I wholeheartedly agree with that.
so I was like, okay, Neo, we know about the public fallout between you and your lady.
Yep.
We know that you were cheating. And as of late, it looks like he's embracing polyamory.
Pumpkin eating.
Huh?
Cheater, pumpkin eater.
Oh, okay, got it. Listen, we're cake eaters now. I didn't know if there was a new term,
He is a cake eater.
He was being a cake eater, yeah. So this was smart. I thought this was a smart way to address what happened. Kind of take accountability, kind of.
You're
He
saying
didn't.
kind of, but then he made this stupid video.
But I'm talking about the song. I didn't get to the
Song. Yeah.
video yet.
Sure.
So the song, I'm like, okay, yeah, I see that, all right.
Yeah.
She saw a bunch of stuff she shouldn't have seen. And you messed up. You wilded out. She
Right.
has every reason to hate me. Yes, yes, she
Legit.
does.
Yeah.
And
That's
I said, oh, this is good.
yeah.
And then we were gonna pod. I said, oh, there's a video. Let's watch the video. Unbeknownst to me that this was damn near 7 minutes.
This long.
We didn't need it to be this long. We didn't need this fake Agent Smith thing. I don't know why people are obsessed with this Agent Smith stuff, Mr. and Mrs. Smith. But honestly, can we put it to bed? I know it was a movie with Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie, and now Donald Glover, Childish Gambino, has turned it into a TV show and it's doing very well. But we don't need every motherfucker don't need to be Agent Smith out here. Like, y'all could just be whoever you are. Or a new character. You could be Mr. Brown, Mr.
But
Moore.
it's
You could be Mr. Gonzalez.
Is it
You could be Mr. Howard. You could be Mr. Anybody.
But is it Mr. Smith because his last name is Smith?
Okay, maybe.
That's what I thought. Um, but also,
I'm saying I didn't like
also
the video.
okay.
I didn't need the video. I agree with you. Um, it was a weird video. And also, oh yeah, Schaefer Smith. Okay, I got you.
Yeah, his name is Smith. But I also think that people just have always had an obsession with the Bonnie and Clyde type of story.
Yeah, but
So that's what this felt like to me, like when he turns the tables on them and he protects her. To me, that felt like living out this Bonnie and Clyde fantasy, like he's holding the
yeah, which is gonna
up,
lead us to the next song, I guess. But
right? But
eh.
niggas been obsessed with the fantasy of Bonnie and Clyde for many, many.
No, you're right. I agree. I'm not disagreeing. I'm just saying I didn't need it.
Yeah,
I didn't need it. And unlike my co-host, ladies and gentlemen, I am not looking for Oscar award-winning acting in a music video. I expect the acting in music videos to be terrible because they're music videos.
I wasn't looking for. Okay, hold on. I was not looking for Oscar award winning, but mediocre at best would have been lovely.
It's a music video.
So what? So
Uh,
what? I don't care. If you are going to go out of your way to make a music video into a movie, because a music video is music, they turn this into a movie, uh, albeit a short film, but they turned it into a movie at the point where you've now increased the production value of this thing. Then yeah, and okay, correction, I don't know his name, but the boss in the thing, he's fine. I've seen him act plenty of times. He's great. Homegirl was terrible. Just I don't know who she is. She was terrible. I was trying not to direct my critique at one person, but she was the one who was pretty awful. I'm your partner. All right, girl. We got it. They gave her too many lines. That's really what the problem is. They gave her too many lines and it wasn't good. And it was like like a lot of this wasn't necessary. I mean, all of it wasn't necessary, but like even if you were going to do it, a lot of it could have been taken out. A lot of it was fluff. I'm sorry. Neo could have gave us a very simple, I cheated and I'm sorry type of situation in the video, and we would have all been fine with it. Because guess what, Neo? We didn't forget. We know you cheated. That's why you're writing the song about 2 million lies. Like we know secrets. You call them secrets. I call them lies. I just
I wish we named our episodes because that would totally be the name of this episode. You call them secrets. I call them lies. Come on, how could you not press play on that episode?
but yeah, I just feel like this was a reach. This y'all had some extra money in the budget, and y'all said, we're gonna spend it.
That's it.
that's what this that's what this was. So I don't know. It's fine if that's what he wanted to do. If it made him happy to do this and try to create some sort of fantasy story around something that we know the truth about, sure. Whatever makes you sleep at night. Just give me more good music and I'll be fine. I don't really care about the video and I don't ever have to watch it again.
Speaking of never watching things again.
Yep.
Dramatic pause.
What we got next?
Alicia Keys and Jay-Z.
That's not where I thought you were going.
I know. I'm
You
gonna get my hate off now.
clearly, because I thought you were going in the completely different direction.
Nah, I'm gonna get my hate off now.
Wow.
Last night, at the Tony Awards.
That was an appropriate segue for our other. I'm so thrown right now. So thrown. All right, go ahead. Yes, the Tonys.
Last night at the Tony Awards, Jay-Z and Alicia Keys performed Empire State of Mind. Uh, I have no idea why, but they wanted to let us
Don't
know
know.
prior to that, I'm getting there,
Oh, you said you
that,
have no idea why. I was gonna say why.
okay, good.
So, Hell's Kitchen, which we've talked about,
Alicia Keys play, yep.
Alicia Keys' musical is a jukebox musical, so it's songs from um her catalog.
Yeah, and 3 new songs as well.
Right. So one of the songs is Empire State of Mind. Alicia Keys,
Oh,
as we previously noted, was nominated for 13 Emmys. Um,
Tonys.
sorry, 13 Tonys. So this made sense that she would be performing at the Tony Awards when her production is nominated for so many awards. That's why they were. That's why they performed it, because it's a part of the music.
Okay. Well, they performed from the lobby,
Well, he performed from. She performed on stage, and he performed from the lobby.
but then she joined him.
Yep. I don't know why. I don't have. I don't. Okay, you were about to get hate off. I'm sorry. I keep interrupting you. Go ahead.
I'm just saying, I'm never watching this performance again. This
Okay.
was, I don't know why Jay-Z's shirt was so long and his jacket was so short. I don't know why.
You don't
I
know.
tell you, I'm getting my hate off. I'm getting my hate off. I don't
Well,
know
now
why
I feel
Alicia
so bad
Keys.
about critiquing the movie, the Neo movie.
I don't know why Alicia Keys felt like, let me go join him. Maybe because Little Mama was nowhere in sight. Uh, I don't. I just we this. Well, I not no. That song is not new.
No,
That song is old, and
it
I'm
just
glad
hit
it
a
hit a
billion
billion
streams.
streams. Yeah, I'm glad it hit a billion streams. That's awesome. Very happy for the both of them.
Yeah.
Awesome stuff. But I no, no, mm-mm,
So she was
no.
teasing. She was teasing all week that they were working on some sort of project together. I feel like her tease though was a little like she. It was almost like a misdirect because people.
She gave us all blue balls,
Right. People were thinking it was like new music and it was just them performing together at the Tonys. Well,
which nobody asked for.
them performing a part at the Tonys.
It's weird.
I
It's
don't
all
I
weird.
don't know what happened there. I don't know what the direction was there. I don't know why that happened.
It's very weird.
People are very confused as to why he was in the lobby and she was on stage. Um
I don't know what's going on, but I don't ever want to watch that performance again,
okay. That's fair.
or the Tony Awards.
Yeah. I hear you. I hear you. I mean, but congratulations to her for all the success with Hell's Kitchen. I think that's great.
It's great. It's amazing. No sarcasm.
Yeah, good
I
for
think
her.
that's awesome. I think it's awesome that she's able to do that with her life story, even though it's loosely based, whatever.
Right.
I think that's awesome. I got no hate on that part. But this outside, inside, not together but together performance, stop.
It's like COVID, alone together.
Alone together. Exactly. Let's move on. Speaking of alone,
I
come on. You can do it.
just want to say fuck him. I don't care. But okay. Sure, we can talk about it. Kevin Spacey. who we've spoken about recently because there's
We
been
watched the Unmasked doc.
we watched the Unmasked doc, so there's been buzz about him lately,
Mhm.
and just all of the commentary around um, his very, very gross and inappropriate behavior with
Correct.
men. And so obviously we know that he lost his job on House of Cards. It's been years now since he lost
Right.
that job, and I don't think that's the only job he's lost. But obviously,
I'm
also,
about to say I don't think he has any prospects.
excuse me, right. But also with that, um, he's gone through a lot of um, legal issues because
Right.
people have sued him for um, damages for what he's done.
Right.
So he does an interview with Piers Morgan, which already is questionable to me.
Come on, man. That's not your guy.
No,
Don't. I was about to say you don't even got to answer that one, but go ahead. You did.
no. I think Piers Morgan has his own gross ways. If you ask me, not the same thing. I
If
don't.
I do say so myself.
I
If
want to
I
be.
do say so myself.
I
If
want.
I do say so myself. All right.
I want to be clear. I'm not saying he does what Kevin Spacey does. I just think that Piers Morgan is kind of a vile person. Um, that's just my opinion of him. But he does this interview with Piers Morgan. Piers asks him flat out, like, "Are you broke? Are you in debt?"
I got the transcript if you want me to read it.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Transcript. Whoa. Whoa. Morgan, are you facing bankruptcy? Spacey, we've managed to sort of dodge it, at least as of today. How much money do you have? None. I still owe a lot of legal bills that I have not paid. It says been, but I don't think it's supposed to say been. You're actually in debt? Yes. Do you mind me asking how much you owe? It's considerable. Many millions. What are you gonna do? Get back on the horse. Get back on the horse.
He's crying, or he appears to be sniffling, and
He starts crying because before that transcript, Piers Morgan asks him where he lives.
right.
And he says that he don't really know where he's going to live because the house he's been living in Baltimore with other people, I guess his kids or
Yeah,
whoever it was he mentioned,
his kids.
um, that house in Baltimore is being foreclosed on,
Right.
and that's what kind of starts this conversation. He cries a little bit,
He says
it's a
he's.
lot of sniffles.
I was gonna say he said he's returning. I guess after the interview, he's returning
Yeah,
to
he got to go
Baltimore.
back to Baltimore, pack up his shit,
Put it in
and
storage.
put it in storage. That's right.
Yeah, I mean, so
He says he has lots of legal bills, millions upon millions.
well, he shouldn't be groping people and rubbing himself up on them, and y'all know the rest.
We do.
Go cry somewhere else. I'm
Hmm.
not interested. I don't care. I don't care. If you could be that heinous and that vile and that gross,
Right.
then whatever life brings to you, it's just kind of where you're at. Um, I don't really know. I don't really know what else to say about it. Like, the fact that the person who had you on is Piers Morgan also just kind of says to me everything that I need to know. Like,
Got you.
I, I don't know. I don't know. It's hard to find grace for someone who has done this to people.
Yep.
So I don't know. That just sounds like a cross he has to bear. I don't.
Hmm.
You created your circumstances.
Right.
So you have legal issues because you did bad things, not because someone, hemmed you up. Like,
Right.
so, I mean, I'm trying to pull it back a little bit so that I'm not going as hard, but
Oh, let loose, girl. This what the platform is for. You know what I mean? Get your shit off. Get your hate off.
I mean, I said what I said, and I mean it. I think he's made his bed.
Okay.
So crying on a talk show just isn't. It doesn't um it doesn't impact me in a way that makes me go, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry that happened to him, or it doesn't.
Understood. I have a hard time believing any actor when they speak publicly. I've said it before. I'll say it again, and I'll probably end up saying it another time because we do this pod and stuff is happening in this world. I don't believe them very often. I have a hard time believing them because their job, straight up, is to play different roles all the time. And so today, if my role is to go get sympathy from an audience, if today my role is to convince people that I need to act again, if today my role is to start the rollout for a job I've already got a contract for, then that's what I'm gonna go do. I don't know if this is sincere or not. It wasn't the ugly cry. But even if it was, I don't know if I would have believed it because this is my stance with actors. I have a hard time personally believing anything actors say publicly because of the fact that you are paid to not be yourself. You are paid to put on masks. You are paid to deceive. You are paid to play roles.
Yeah.
And so I don't know who the real you is.
Mm-hmm.
So when people say certain things, it's hard to know what's genuine, what's real. I don't know, and I have a hard time trusting that. So I don't know if Kevin Spacey's really broke. I don't know if he was really crying. I don't know if this is a rollout for a new movie he already has the role for. I don't know shit. And that's it.
Yeah.
I feel like, okay, you cried. Okay, you say you're broke, but the final piece of all of this was I'm getting back on the horse. That means this could very easily just be your way of telling the world, hey, y'all gonna see a lot of me real soon. Hey, I saw that Kevin Spacey unmasked shit, but I'm coming back.
Right. Yeah.
So that's my stance.
No, I hear you.
Uh
And
I don't know if this is genuine. I don't know if this is sincere. I don't know if this is a rollout. I don't know if this is a reach out. Because that's the other thing it could be, right? It could be, hey, Hollywood,
putting out the feelers.
I'm ready now. You know what I'm saying? I'm ready to come back. It's been a couple years. Y'all told me go sit on timeout. I've been on timeout now. My punishment is over. Mom said I could go play tonight. You know what I'm saying? Hey, mom said I'm off punishment.
Right.
That's easily what it could be. So I don't know what it is. So I don't have an opinion on it really. I just don't know. And I just try to look at, okay, what could this be?
Right.
Could he be broke? Sure.
Mhm.
Could he have really cried? Sure.
Yeah.
Could this be a rollout for a film or a movie or a show that he's already procured the role? Yes. Could this be him, like you said, throwing out the feelers,
Mm-hmm.
making his announcement of, hey, the big dog is ready to come back? Is this, I'm going to take the momentum of Kevin Spacey unmasked and use it to my advantage? I think that's also possible.
Mm-hmm.
I agree. But I just don't know what this is
Right.
because I have a hard time trusting actors in these quote unquote vulnerable moments. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is not even like if they went up there and said free Gaza and then we saw them in Gaza at a protest, or, you know what I'm saying? Like, certain stuff that helps paint the picture, even though, like, all right, he could have took the flight to Gaza for this picture and then got out of there. But this isn't even anything like that. So I have no idea what this really is, what it really means. I think more will be revealed
Yeah.
as time goes on.
Makes sense. And
That's where I'm at with it.
I think you could. I think that's a totally good point. And yes, I saw some people commenting the same thing, and I was like, yeah, he could totally be just putting it on for the cameras. He's done that in the past, and it's
Of
weird,
course.
But either way, I hope it does not serve him well. So,
Got it. Well, we hope that this podcast served you well, listeners and viewers. We hope you enjoyed it, found it informative and entertaining. And we will be back tomorrow.
bye.